Ruby Franke, the Utah mother who had the channel 8 Passengers on YouTube that ran for several years teaching other parents how to take care of their children, has pled guilty to 4 counts of child abuse in the United States. This story broke because one of her children, who had been tortured, and I don't use that word flippantly because they had been bound and been emaciated and not fed, managed to escape from their clutches, go to a neighbor who reported it to the police. And if you listen to the emergency call, he's breaking down when he sees what this poor kid is like. Now, Ruby's come on the offensive, saying words to the effect of, I was bamboozled by a person that I trusted. They caused me to lose all sight of my moral compass. Now that I've had some time to reflect, I realize what I did was wrong. And she's taken a sentencing deal, which will leave the entire discretion of what she receives to the judge. Probably because she's cooperating with authorities, and probably because she's turning on, I believe it's Miss Hildebrand, who is the psychologist who weighed in on a number of issues on that channel. Leaving aside the physical torture, which you shouldn't do, could you imagine how awful it's been for her children? It's not my kind of content. I didn't follow it at the time, but now looking back, I looked at some of those clips. The stuff they were doing was disgusting. You know, taking the child's bedroom because they were being disrespectful, just saying nasty, mean things to the child. Like, it was horrible. And could you imagine you go through life having to pretend your mother is a saint when she's torturing you, when she's not feeding you, when she's bound you so tightly you've got wounds? Could you imagine the damage that's been done to that poor kid's psyche? And it's one of these realities I've seen over and over again in my time practicing law. It's usually the people who shout about it the loudest that are hiding the darkest secret. It's always the family values politician who's having affairs. It's always the, say no to naughty stuff person who's bendering on the weekend. And it's always the parent who's, I love my child the most, oh, yeah, my baby, who does messed up, sadistical, toxic stuff. And, it's hard. You've got to be objective. The judge will make the right decision. The judge will listen to all the evidence and take it all into account. But man, anyone who does something like that to their children, horrible. Follow me for more legal TikTok.